It's the late 1960s, and Walter Mischel decides to get all Willy Wonka on a bunch of preschoolers. He brings them into a room, plops a single marshmallow in front of them, and says, "All right, champ, here's the deal. You can eat this fluffy little piece of heaven right now. But if you wait until I come back, you'll score not one, but two marshmallows." The stakes are through the roof. Two marshmallows? That's preschool level Powerball. Mischel leaves, and it's just the kid, the table, and that marshmallow. A showdown more intense than Frodo staring at the One Ring, and oh man, the kids' reactions were gold. Some went full Gollum immediately, devouring the marshmallow with the kind of primal energy that says,
Precious.
Others? They tried to fight the temptation like little Jedi in training. These kids were sniffing it, poking it, maybe giving it a teensy lick like somehow that wouldn't count. Pro tip, if you have to taste test your self-control, you've already lost the game. Then there were the true warriors, the ones who came up with all sorts of creative coping mechanisms, covering their eyes like they were about to watch a horror movie, breaking into random songs, and finally, a select few sat there stoic, calm as Yoda himself.
Do or do not. There is no try.
Now, Michel didn't just high-five these kids and move on with his life. No, he followed them for decades to figure out if resisting marshmallow magic actually mattered. And guess what? The kids who held out for Marshmallow Hash 2, they crushed life. Better grades, stronger relationships, and self-control that made them the Obi-Wan Kenobi of adulthood. Michel had a term for this: delayed gratification, or in simpler terms, the ability to tell yourself, "Chill, dude, the best is yet to come." Over the years, researchers revisited the marshmallow test, and they uncovered something unexpected. Turns out, not all the kids who scarfed the marshmallow were just impulsive little Tasmanian devils. For some, it was more of a "fool me once, shame on you" situation. Maybe they came from environments where promises were as flaky as a bad Wi-Fi connection. Like, why risk waiting for a second marshmallow when there's no guarantee it's ever going to show up? These kids weren't impatient. They were street smart. Fast forward to today, and the marshmallow test has become the ultimate metaphor for life's temptations. Think about it. That moment you swear you're going to eat clean. But Taco Tuesday hits different. Or when Netflix asks, "Are you still watching?" at 1 a.m. and you're like, "Mind your business, man." Delayed gratification is a Jedi-level skill worth mastering. But hey, sometimes it's okay to just eat the marshmallow, binge that series, or order that extra cheese pizza. Life's not all about playing the long game. Sometimes you've got to grab the marshmallow and savor it like a kid with sticky fingers and zero regrets. Here is Timmy, off to the ER yet again, clutching his wrist like it's a delicate Fabergé egg. Why? Too much phone scrolling. Poor guy's thumb has been swiping like it's training for the Olympics, and his wrist finally threw up the white flag. So he gets to the ER, takes a seat, and immediately zones out. The room's packed with folks. But Timmy's mind? Oh, it's off in deep space, thinking big picture stuff. What's the universe even made of? Could I take on a grizzly bear? You know, real practical questions. He's halfway to fighting that imaginary bear when a sharp beep breaks his focus. No big deal, he thinks. Just somebody's phone or a button getting pressed somewhere. But then, every single person in the room stands up. Every one of them, like they're all tuned into the same alien frequency. And Timmy's just sitting there like, did I miss the fire drill memo? After a few awkward seconds, everyone sits back down, and Timmy's just shrugging it off. Back to his thoughts. A capybara. Yeah, that's what I need. Just a cool little guy hanging out, eating lettuce. The beep happens again and again. Everyone stands. And this time, Timmy feels that little itch in the back of his mind. That whisper that says, well, maybe I should stand up too? And just like that, Timmy has been pulled into the weirdest game of Simon Says ever. And this is the brilliance of the experiment. Psychologists set this whole thing up to see if you, dear human with a big squishy brain, would start standing up for no reason other than everyone else is doing it. And guess what? Most people do. Most people don't question it at all. They're just like, all right, we're doing the stand-up thing. This is who I am now. I stand for the beep. Now here's where it gets even weirder. After a while, the original people who were standing up started leaving the room one by one. So now it's just Timmy and the beep. And even without the original stand-up crew around, Timmy still pops up every time that beep sounds. Timmy has been totally trained like a circus seal. Timmy is not even questioning it anymore. Timmy is just like, yep, beep means stand. That's just how things are in this office now. And here's the thing. We like to think we're super rational, that we're too smart to fall for some dumb, mindless conformity trick. But our brains? They hate standing out, literally and figuratively. It's like when you're at a concert and suddenly everyone's doing the wave, and even though you're thinking, not me, that's so cringe. The second it gets to you, you're up there waving your arms like an inflatable car dealership tube man. It's just easier to go with the flow sometimes, right? So next time your coworker cracks one of those low-key cringy jokes at the office party and you feel the urge to laugh just because everyone else is, maybe catch yourself. I mean, depending on how much you want to be part of the team or keep that sweet, sweet job, you're probably going to go along with it. Ain't psychology wild? So it's 1957, and Leon Festinger, the mind behind this whole setup, gathers a group of people for what he calls a task.
Listen, folks, I have the task for you. It's the greatest task in the world, truly incredible. People everywhere are talking about it, saying, wow, this task is amazing. And believe me, there's nothing more important, nothing more tremendous than this. All you have to do, and it's very simple, by the way, very straightforward, is just to rotate these pegs on this board for an hour. Rotating pegs.
Okay, even hearing that puts me to sleep. So there they are, tasked with spinning these little wooden pegs over and over for a solid hour, 60 minutes of peg-turning action. Honestly, it's just about as thrilling as waiting for your phone to charge from 1%. But the thing is, they're committed now, so they do it, minute after minute, peg after peg, until their brains are practically melting from the boredom. So, after a solid hour of mind-numbing peg spinning, Festinger comes back. He pulls these poor guys aside, gives them a serious look, and says, okay, so here's the deal. We need you to stretch the truth a bit. Basically, he wants them to go out and tell the next poor guy waiting that this peg-twisting ordeal was, hands down, the most thrilling experience of their lives. And here's where it gets juicy. For some of them, he offers a whopping $1. Yep, just a single dollar bill to sell this as exclusive club-level fun. But for others, he sweetened the deal with $20, which was like $100 back then. So now they've got to decide, how much is their integrity worth and how hard are they willing to sell this peg-spinning fever dream? Now you'd think the people paid $1 would be like, this is dumb. I'm not going to hype up peg rotating for $1. Nah, I kind of actually liked that shit. That was kind of fun. Maybe there's something therapeutic about it. Meanwhile, the $20 crowd, they're out here saying, yeah, sure, that was some dumb shit to do. Your brain cannot stand a good contradiction. Imagine it's juggling two thoughts at once, like, that was literally the most mind-numbing thing I've ever done, and I just told someone it was the highlight of my life. Cue the internal crisis. Your mind's like, whoa, hold up. We can't have both these things rattling around in here. It needs to pick a side, so it starts trying to smooth out the chaos. If you only got $1 to lie about it, that mental math doesn't add up, right? There's no big payday to lean on as an excuse. So your brain gets crafty. It's like, well, if I didn't do it for the money, then maybe I actually kinda enjoyed it. Next thing you know, you're out there convincing yourself that flicking pegs is the best thing since Coachella. You've got 4 monkeys just hanging out in their cage, living their best monkey lives, probably throwing poop at each other, the usual. Then one day, out of nowhere, someone hangs up this perfect glowing banana from the ceiling. I mean, this banana is the banana. If bananas had an awards show, this one would be up there with Leonardo DiCaprio finally winning his Oscar. And right beneath it, a ladder just begging to be climbed. It's like the universe is saying, come on, make your move, bro. So obviously, one monkey steps up like, that banana is mine, and heads for the ladder. And then, bam, out of nowhere, everyone gets blasted with a freezing cold shower. like the monkey version of a bucket of cold water. It's like the universe itself is going, "Hold up, Tarzan, not so fast." The monkey tries again. Same deal. A couple tries later, the whole crew's like, "Yeah, nope, forget the banana. We're good at this ice pop lifestyle." But here's where it gets wild. The scientists start swapping the monkeys out one by one. New monkey rolls in, sees the glowing banana, and thinks, "Oh, easy win, right?" So he climbs the ladder like it's a damn game show. But before he even gets a chance to touch the banana, the rest of the monkeys swarm him like they're in a SWAT team formation. No hesitation, just full-on tackle mode. He's like, "What the heck, guys? I just wanted the banana." But all the OG monkeys know is no one touches the ladder. Now, here's the thing. None of these new monkeys ever felt that freezing water. They've got no idea what it's all about. They're just following the rules. No ladder touching, no questions asked. And it's not because they understand the rule, it's because everybody else does it.